Now there's another thing, that is your live street view. If you go to the zoom panel, which is located here, then there is a human figure, and if you click it and if you drag it somewhere here, now you see, as soon as I clicked on the icon, some blue lines appeared in the street. Now those blue lines indicates that if you go through that particular line, you will get the street view, otherwise it is not available here because there is no blue line here. So street view is also another advanced features that the Google is developing, and it is still they are developing because it is not available in all areas, but you can get a complete street view of the location. So if you release your icon, then you can see the live street view of that particular location. Okay. So this is how we use the Google Street View. Now if you go, if you can use your arrow keys of your keyboard, and you can move along the street, and you can have the real view experience, just like is it's actually 3D picture. So you can have a complete 360 degree view of the location. So if you are planning to go somewhere abroad or a location that you have not visited earlier, and if the Google Street View is available there, then you can, before actually physically visiting that particular location, you can have the real experience of the location. So if you like to go somewhere, say planning to go somewhere, and you don't have the idea where to locate that particular building or that particular address, then you can definitely, this sort of information or this particular tool will be very much helpful to you. So this is how we use the Google Street View. So let us exit this street view. So this street view is not, I'm again saying that it is not available in all locations, but if you click here, and if you get the blue lines, then you see the blue lines are appearing, then this means that sort of that particular road section can be viewed in street view option. Okay, so this is Google Street View and the 3D buildings. Now what the other features means? Now the other features are like your now let's discuss about the controls. Before going to these options, let's discuss about the controls, how I am controlling this view actually. So there are some keys. Page up is for zooming a particular location, and page down is to zoom out of that particular location. If you click page up, then it will zoom. If you click on page down of your keyboard, page down key of your keyboard, then it will zoom out of that particular location. And if you use the arrow key, then it will move the globe. Now the up key and down key, these are all specified to that particular orientation. Now let's discuss about the other features like the borders and levels. Now if you enable the borders, then it will give you the international borders of the countries or the states. Now there are several levels of this border system. If you enable everything, then it will show you everything, including the your state boundaries and maybe the district boundaries also. But if you disable some of them, say I want to access only the first level of administrative border, then it will give you only the the country borders. Or if you enable the second level of administrative border, then it will enable the your state boundaries also. So if you enable everything, it will give you the complete idea about the administrative boundaries of the countries and the state boundaries also. But these boundaries are useful only for academic purpose, because there are a lot of controversies about these administrative boundaries, because these are not uh, government authenticated boundaries. So if you are really doing something in which is which have the boundary related issues, then it is better to try some uh, government approved toposheets, topographic maps. Then that will be much beneficial. Otherwise, if you follow the boundaries that are provided by Google, that might that might be little bit some people may not accept that one. So there might be some issues. So it is just for your visualization or rough estimation or manipulation. So these are not so much authenticated, but at least you can use and you can have some ideas about the boundaries. So this is all about the boundaries. Now there is another option here, that is your levels. So if you enable the level only, then it will give the locations of the important place marks. Like here you can see the Dhaka, the Kolkata is coming up. Like that, the some important place marks like your Ranchi, Jamshedpur is, if you zoom more, then you will get some more areas. So it will give you the important place marks. So if you want to identify a particular city or a particular location, then you might have to enable this particular option, that is your levels. And you can also try this option, that is your places. Then this will also increase the your search options, and you will get some more informations like some schools or some organizations, some government office or any factory, like that. Now the next one is the your road option. If you enable the road option, then it will give you the idea about the all the roads that are connected. There might be some uh, issues because these are vector layers. You see, somebody has traced the satellite image and they have created this road. So it is not just like your physical roads, but it's an most accurate representation of your physical roads. So if you enable that particular option, then it will give you the vectorized or the digitized roads that has been traced out from the satellite image by the developers. So this road option is very useful, and you will get the idea about the national highways and other connectivities. So these are the important options that can be enabled or disabled from the layer panel. So there are some other options also, like your local place names. You can enable the parks or recreation areas, or any natural ecosystem is there. You can enable the water bodies, but ultimately the search depends on the amount of data that has been stored in the your Google server. So you might not get all the information because everything is not been digitized or traced. So slowly this application is evolving, and you will get a lot of information as far as it is now available to you. So this is all about your layer options. Now let's go to the next topic. Yes, that is the how new data input can be given to the software and how to import existing data. Now when you do some survey related works, then I think most of you use some GPS, and if you don't have any GPS, then also you can use one very good software is there, It's an Android software. It's called, if you let's go to the Google Play Store. Then you go to Google Play Store, then you click GPS coordinates. It's a very small software, this one, because I am preferring this one because it has a more user rating. So if you click on Google Play Store, or go to Google Play Store, and if you search for GPS coordinate, then this is a small software, but it will give you the latitude and longitude of your current location. So if you are doing any survey, and if you are collecting data from the field, and if you want to know the latitude and longitude of that particular location, then you can use this software if you don't have any GPS. Now GPS are expensive, they are not cheap. For students, you can use this software. If you have the connectivity, then definitely it will work. So I have tested this one in my phone also. It is working perfectly, and you can get this latitude and longitude information from this software. Just like that, you can collect your latitude and longitude information, and you can note down in your notebook, or you can save the data in the phone itself also. Now we have a GPS, and the data which is generated or which is saved inside that GPS are saved in a particular format, and that format is called your that particular format is your I have forgotten it. Yes, that is GDB. So GPS database format. Now last year in December we have went to Shillong, and we have collected some data there. So that data is still in our device, so I have extracted that data, and uh, it is it appears like a simple text file. It's a GDB file. So if you click on import data, then it will ask for the file type. Now you go to all files, then click on that particular file, and you open it. Then it will ask you that whether you like to create some KML text. Definitely yes. So you click there, and the data that has been collected at those stations will be shown like this.